Okay, y'all, here's your message for today. I just got done with one of my clients for a quantum healing hypnosis session here at my office, Sacred Soul in Canton, Georgia. And I'm just blown away every single time, right? Every time I just feel my heart expand and I just feel this peace come over me working with the higher consciousness, the higher self, the universal consciousness, the oversoul, whatever you may call it, the higher self within us that can always be accessed, aka the Christ consciousness within us, right? So something that came through for her today is something that has come through a lot of my QHHT clients and clients all around the world. And it's that it's when they drop into a lifetime and they are pure energy, either in source, the light, the golden white light of source, or they're moving toward it. They're just out in space, moving towards it, merging with source. And the reason that this gets shown so much, and they always say the same thing, they're like, oh, it's so beautiful, it's so peaceful. The unconditional love is something like I've never experienced. And they always say, I don't want to leave, right? But that's where we come from. They're experiencing where we come from and where we will end up. And I always ask, well, there's a reason you left, because you're lying here on a bed in my office in this, you're with this body this time. And, but every time they describe this to me, it brings tears to my eyes, because as an energy healer, I can feel, and as QHHT practitioners, we can feel and see energy, during the session, and it is just so beautiful. So think about that for a second. That's where you come from, and that's where you end up. And this is just a temporary experience, right? You're not the body. You have a body. You're operating out of one right now for this a human experience, but you're not the body. And that's a lot, that's a lot for someone to comprehend. Some people don't believe that at all. Some people believe they're their body and that's it, and the experience of every time they're shown that experience, and in this case, it's someone who is trying to find peace and rest and relaxation and joy and fulfillment in their life, and which is most people, and although we do a lot of other problem solving and everything in there, and healing within the session, it's just that is just, they always say, we're showing you this so you can remember that, we're giving you a small glimpse that you can comprehend, so you can remember when you do start to get stressed, you do start to get anxious or depressed, or any of those like ego-based emotions, because we're not our emotions either. They're feelings. You just feel it and it goes through. You just let it through, and that's the thing. We tend to not let our emotions move through us. We hold on to them, shove them down, and that creates problems emotionally, mentally, and on the physical level. And I just wanted to share that with y'all today. I know it's been, for a lot of people, with the energies, the Schumann resonance being off the chart, the solar flares hitting the earth and causing major blackouts. We're getting hit with a lot of energy, not even to talk about the astrology right now, We are all being forced to, it's time to level up. It's time to change, surrender. It's time for surrender. And you can either not surrender and, suffer, or you can surrender to your highest path, you know, and listen to your intuition, which is your guiding voice. In A Course in Miracles, we're working through this with the church. So we're doing our book club and everything. And I think this is chapter 7 and 8, somewhere in there. When you start to get wrapped up in the ego mind, if you're still trying to discern those voices, which we all do, you know, you're always, with every thought, you're either taking the left-hand path or you're taking the right-hand path, which is what Jesus, which is what Lao Tzu, Paramahansa Yogananda, you know, all the great masters, yogic masters taught this, about taking the right-hand path, the higher path, right? That Holy Spirit, that Christ, the sonship within us, that voice, listening to that voice instead. And to go back to my point, we have a choice right now to either shift into this beautiful state closer to that source energy, that light within us, or we can choose to suffer. And I just encourage everyone to dive deep and do the shadow work, the releasing of fear. And I'm here as an amazing resource for that. I've got a big old toolbox, QHHT being one of them. And I do the coaching, I do the sound healing and the Reiki energy healing. And it's all about that every time. But in A Course in Miracles, going back to the book, the workbook, but A Course in Miracles says when you start to get wrapped up in that ego voice and you're judging yourself, oh, that's not good enough, I'm not good enough, self-doubt, fear, blah, blah, blah. That monkey mind that's always going with an opinion about everything. It's Mr. Stupid, it don't know nothing. But in A Course in Miracles, it says, and this is a channeling from Jesus the Christ, the sonship, that says, it's something along these lines. So don't quote me, but you go read the book, okay? Ask yourself, has God changed his mind about me? The answer is no. You are an eternal, infinite, loving, unconditional love, pure peace. That's your natural state. So what's keeping you from that? So ask yourself, and hopefully I'll see you soon. You can reach out to me. My info is on sacredsoul.love. I got my email posted everywhere. I got my YouTube full of free resources and videos. So I hope to see you soon, and much love to you. Anytime you turn fear into love, that is a miracle. Shifting your perspective is a miracle. All right. I will see y'all later.